This is a Defocus Media production.
Audio Jungle.
What's up, everyone? It's your favorite optometrist, Dr. Daryl Glover.
And I'm Dr. Jennifer Lyerly, resident optometry nerd.
And welcome to Defocus Media, optometry's #1 podcast, where we discuss the hottest topics, latest technology, eyewear, practice management, and more. So sit back, relax, and defocus. What's up, everyone? It's your favorite optometrist, Dr. Daryl Glover. Today, I'm super excited because we're going to talk about technology. I'm a big fan of technology, and I personally feel that technology is going to change what the eye care industry looks like. It's going to change the landscape for the better and just make the experience for our patients tremendously better. Technology is the future. The future is technology, and we are here today to talk about some technology that's going to change your life, but most importantly, change your practice. Now, before we get started and talk about this technology, I want to say thank you to Transitions Optical for partnering with Defocus Media. You know, it's partners like Transitions Optical that really helps to elevate the experience when patients come in. And I want to thank you again for being a fantastic partner over the years. Now, today we have some pretty cool guests with us, some guests that are all about technology and innovation. So it's an honor and a privilege to sit on this panel with these two experts here. Today we have the one and only Taylor Johnson. Thank you again for being on the show this evening. And then we also have Becky Peruta. And I want to say thank you again as well. And before we get this party started, I really would love for you two to just give me a little bit about your background. I want everyone to know who's on the call, how you got into eye care, and maybe even share when you first fell in love with technology and innovation. And Taylor, nothing against you, but ladies first. We got to go to Becky. So Becky, if you don't mind, share your experience and your background and how you got into this amazing industry.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me, Daryl. My name's Becky, and I actually own an eye care practice in Golden, Colorado. My business partner and I have a family practice that focuses a lot on sports vision and sports vision technology. I'm also a professional cyclist. I'm an elite runner, and I guess now I'm a Nordic skier. I took up Nordic skiing during COVID. And
Wow.
So, yeah, and my sponsors are actually sponsoring me to do a couple of really big Nordic ski races, including a ski race in Sweden later this month. So I guess next month, February, we're almost there. But yeah, so it's pretty exciting. And obviously, as an athlete and as a business person, my life is very tech heavy. In sports specifically, everything in my life is measured. Every watt, every breath, every time I go to sleep, how much hydration, my nutrition, every single moment of my day is metered by some piece of technology. And so I really understand the value in having things that just work. Good technology is seamless and mindless, and we don't really think about it. It just integrates into our life. Bad technology, like the checkout at the grocery store, is incredibly frustrating, right? And so the way that we approach technology and how technology fits into our daily life is actually really important and can be a source of either a lot of ease or a lot of frustration.
Amen to that. And for those that have never met Becky in person, I encourage you all to go to her if you're at a conference or Transitions Academy and just listen to her. I mean, the stories of her with cycling and, you know, her wins, just phenomenal, just fantastic person. Becky and I have been rocking together for, how long has it been? Maybe 4, 5 years?
Like 4 or 5 years. Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, we're transitions change agents. So, you know, we're all about making a change, an effective change. And we do this by technology, such as Ray-Ban stories and transitions. And that's what we're going to have a conversation about today. But we got to give it up for my man, Taylor Johnson. Taylor, tell us a little bit about your background, if you don't mind. You know how you got into eye care, where you work, and, you know, kind of where your love for innovation and technology came from as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and thank you for having me. I kind of fell into optics, if you could say. I'm from Fayetteville, North Carolina. I'm still here now, and I work at the local lens crafters at the Cross Creek Mall. And I kind of just, at the time, I was trying to be a full-time firefighter. I do that on the side as well. I'm a first responder. I love that kind of aspect of
Nice.
my life too. Yeah. So just finishing college, looking for a full-time job, not really finding anything in the firefighter world. So I was just picking up a part-time job at Lens Crafters, and they kind of just threw me, thankfully, but into the lab, so making glasses. So I learned firsthand within like the first 3 months of working there how to like make glasses. We surfaced some from scratch, polycarbonate, plastic. So we did that, and I fell in love with it. I found the local school, Durham Tech Community College, and I signed up the next semester, and it was game over. So I've just been full force ever since then, and it's been fun. It's been exciting, and I love it. I love it. I love helping people, and then just being able to like make the glasses as well has been life changing, like just helping these people. So I'm glad I've been able to get into this field. I love it. And then as it comes to technology, well, just me making the glasses as is, we have a lot of challenges that come. We do see the Echo Amazon glasses. We do have to put lenses in those. So I was really excited when Ray-Ban got their own eye care and just techie glasses, and I just loved them ever since and haven't taken them off. So
Yeah, I agree, man. And I didn't know you were in my backyard. I'm North Carolina. I'm Raleigh, Durham. I
yeah,
actually live
we did a
here.
project site together.
Yeah,
We've
I
we've
forgot.
we've met.
I forgot. I apologize, man, but I didn't
No
realize that
worries.
there's people from all across the states that come to North Carolina that come to Durham Tech, but I didn't realize you were that close
Absolutely.
in Fayetteville, right? But that's
Yes.
fantastic, man, and I love that you love helping people, and I love that both of you love technology, right? And today we're really going to talk about technology. We're going to talk about Ray-Ban stories with transitions. And what I would really like to dive deep into is really your experiences, but also I want to talk about how do we have this conversation with our patients? How do we implement this into our practice? Because again, this is going to be a game changer, and this is what's going to set us apart from other healthcare disciplinaries, but also as folks that work in private practices or corporate practices or whatever mode of practice. Having these products in our office will separate us from the competition. Now, before we jump too far in, Becky,
Yes.
Valentine's Day is coming up, and I'm not gonna lie, this year I dropped the ball. I didn't set up dinner on time for my wife, so I know she's gonna kill me. So if y'all don't see me here after the 14th, you know exactly what happened. I pissed my wife off, right? But all I gotta do is smile. When I smile at her, it changes everything. So hopefully that still will work. But with Valentine's Day right around the corner, and you're shopping for that special one in your life, it's always great to get them a nice pair of eyewear for sure. But for those out there that may be unfamiliar with Ray-Ban stories with transitions, can you explain why these are more than just a regular pair of glasses? Because for me, I own a pair, and we're all wearing a pair.
Great.
Uh,
Yeah, we've
these
all got a mind.
our life completely. But for those that may be looking for the right gift to give that significant other or that loved one, let's talk about this. How are these different from anything else out there?
Yeah, so first and foremost, I mean, I think the aesthetic of these are great. I heard Taylor mention that there are some competitors out there, but those particular frames are clunky. They're not very fashion forward. They're not things that you would want to wear out in public. Ray-Ban really represents this leap in technology and aesthetics, right? This is a very classic looking Ray-Ban frame. You would never know it is a Ray-Ban Stories frame. It doesn't have a lot of extra hardware. It's lightweight, it's comfortable to wear, and it fits really well. And so that's I think a big piece of it. What these glasses can do is they can capture high definition video, stills, and audio. And the audio quality is actually, I think, fantastic. I mean, the ability to listen to music, you can take calls. I can be out on the ski slopes and my kids will call and I can just swipe the side of my temple and answer that phone call. It's ease of use. They're very easy to set up. I am not tech savvy at all. It took me about 10 seconds to pair it. The app is actually incredibly user friendly, integrates seamlessly with the glasses. So it's an ease of use for anyone, regardless of your technological ability. And I think the best thing about this, when you think about going to a concert, right? We've all pulled out our cell phone to video a concert.
Yes.
And And what are you doing? You're watching the concert through the video screen on your phone. There's something that's separating you from that experience. And we talk about this, when your kid's playing at the park and you pull out that cell phone, you open up the photo and you take that picture and you're watching your child through a screen. So much of our life has been spent watching through screens on cell phones. And Ray-Ban Stories actually removes that barrier. You're in the experience. When I'm at a concert, videoing the concert, I literally talk to my glasses and tell it to shoot that video. There's nothing standing between me and that experience. And so in that regard, I think it's actually kind of it sounds kitschy, but I think it's actually kind of a romantic Valentine's Day gift. Like, it's a way to capture the experiences of life without having this added technological barrier of a phone between you and what you're actually doing and experiencing.
Yeah, it's crazy. For Christmas, I actually got my wife a pair of these glasses, these smart glasses, these Ray-Ban Stories, and initially she looked at me recording everything, and she was like, "What are you doing?" And I showed her the videos that I produce, and she has a side business, a side hustle where she builds these floral designs, and her hands are always busy. So her whole idea and concept was exactly what you said, where she could just talk to the frames, the Ray-Ban Stories, and record her maybe putting together a recipe for the flowers, these floral arrangements, working and just showing from her perspective. We're cutting lenses to put in them now. So I can't wait to see what she's going to, how she's going to react with just that experience and being able to share her narrative, her story, truly
Right.
her own perspective. I think that's
It really is from your point of view, literally from your point of view.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Now, something cool that I saw out in the news not too long ago was that Ray-Ban Stories actually made Oprah's favorite tech list this past holiday season. So, would you say that those that love technology, this would be the ideal gift for Valentine's Day? Did I jump the gun and got it a little too earlier for Christmas? Maybe I should have waited for Valentine's Day. I mean, what are your two thoughts? Do you think this is the ultimate gift out there?
I mean, I think it's good for people who don't love technology. I don't particularly love technology. I'm not good. I mean, I can't even figure out my you know, like TV now. It's too complicated, right? Like, to get to the Apple TV, I'm like yelling at my 17-year-old son all the time. So I'm not particularly tech savvy, but I am somebody who's active. I think for people in sports, it's great. There's no way I can hold a phone on a ski slope. And I mean, the solution to this for a long time was like the cameras, like the mounts that you can put on helmets and things like that. But again, those are big and clunky. You can't determine your photo angles. You can't determine where you're shooting that video. Now people see what I see when I'm going down that ski slope, which is really, really cool.
Yeah.
And just the quality of the photos and the video it's pretty incredible. I mean, I think it would be, I can't capture photos that good on my $900 smartphone. So yeah, I mean, so it's actually, I think, good for anyone. We all use social media. Social media has become entrenched in all of our lives, for better or worse. Some of us use it for branding, some of us use it for promotion, some of us just use it to stay connected with other people. Ray-Ban Stories are designed to integrate into your social stories and into your social media. It provides you with a way to make that platform a little bit more you. And then, it also integrates with the other parts of our lives, being able to listen to your music, right? Like, turn on that playlist while I'm out for a run. And the great thing actually for athletes too is, like, when I'm out on my run, I can still hear street noise. I get this amazing high quality audio, but I also can still hear what's happening around me. So there's a safety feature with that Ray-Ban Stories afford. And of course, transition lenses, that's another piece of technology. I don't have to think about it. I've got transitions in here now in my office, perfectly clear, very comfortable. The minute I walk outside, these are going to get sunglass dark, and I don't have to think about it. I walk outside and it's bright and I'm just not squinting, right? I don't have to, switch out to a different pair of glasses or wonder where I put my sunglasses. I think that's why this is such a great option. It's not for people who love technology. It's for people who don't want to have to think about technology, but use it regardless.
I love that. And it's like putting life on autopilot, right? I mean, for years, we've been blessed with having transitions, right? That's always been cutting edge technology, gets better and better every year. But now transitions, they have partnered, with Ray-Ban, and they have these Ray-Ban Stories with transitions, and you got technology all around. it's not just putting a frame on to look good. It's a frame that is truly functional and lens technology that matches that function with the transition lens technology. So I'm super excited. This has changed my life. I wear these glasses more than others just simply because of all the functions that go along with it. Now, Taylor, what are your thoughts? Is this the perfect gift? Is this what you're going to give to that loved one? Or what are you thinking, my man?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, so I'm a newfound dad, and like
Oh,
I wear these.
congratulations.
Thank you, guys. She's now 3 months old, so my hands are always full, but I never want to miss anything. And I'm that person too. I have a case full of sunglasses, and I still learn these more, so I can not worry about having to switch out my glasses and things like that. And then I'm able to capture anything that my little one's doing with me, and I make sure I don't miss that. Or especially walking the dogs, they're always doing something fun or crazy, so I don't want to capture that. I actually took these to the Hurricanes hockey game last week, and I got some incredible footage. Right, and that was still indoors, but it was amazing. Like the video quality on these things are crazy. It's
Oh, yeah.
super fly. Yeah, I love them just for that alone. Like I thought, like for glasses, like it's gonna be like okay, like come on, glasses, like video, but it's like Becky said, it's better than my phone.
Right.
It's an incredible quality.
Yeah, and it's just more convenient, right? Pulling out that phone. I mean, although phones are not like VCRs, it's still a pain in the butt to pull it out and try to capture that moment. And I would love to share with you guys, if you don't mind. I actually have some video of some of my precious moments. You were talking about your daughter, man. I had this one moment when I first got the glasses. I'll be honest, I didn't know what I was doing, but I actually was recording myself on the phone because I saw
Oh,
my
nice.
daughter walking or crawling. She was walking at that age, but she was crawling towards my brother-in-law. And it was just one of those precious moments where I was like, oh my goodness, I got to capture this. So I was able to capture it both ways with the cell phone and the glasses. But it's so cool because it's a precious moment that I'll have for the rest of my life. But it's also one of those things that make you appreciate the glasses because now you know that you don't have to pull out a cell phone to record a moment that will be there for the rest of your life. So I want to share that with you guys if you don't mind. I also have two other videos that I wanted to share. One when I was in the Dominican Republic, and the video when I was in the Dominican Republic, it was crazy, right? The folks were like, "Yeah, you can't take your cell phones." I'm like, "What do you mean? There's gonna be so many cool things to see." And they told us we couldn't take our cell phones, but guess what? I had these bad boys on the Ray-Ban stories and transitions, right? So I was out there in the mix all around the place, and I was able to record while I was driving. So you can see it from my perspective again, my view, my vision, and it was cool. And my cell phone was nowhere near me, and it was able to store on the memory. And when I got back, I was able to upload the photos and share them with the whole group of folks that came out. So not only did I get the video, I got photos, I caught those precious moments, and I was the star of the crew that day, all because of the technology on my face, right? And then lastly, I want to show one other story. These are only about 20 to 30 seconds long each. But I took my son to Frankie's here in Durham, Taylor, and
Yeah.
we got on the go-karts for the first time. So you can kind of see my perception driving around, doing the laps and things like that. So we're going to get started with that precious moment with my daughter. So sit back and relax and check it out.
That's a good picture right there.
He's doing it again.
Sade.
Oh,
yeah. Gotta be careful. Are you okay?
I mean, how precious is that? Like that's what I'm saying. Like when you have these precious moments and you want to capture them and you don't have your phone, but you have these glasses, it changes the game. I show that video to everyone and it melts their heart. It melts my heart as well. So when I look at these glasses, I don't look at them as just regular glasses. I look at them as precious moment catchers, right? Because you can do it so effortlessly that it just makes life easier and it allows you to capture those moments that you want for the rest of your life. Let me show you this next one here. This is me in Dominican Republic for my birthday doing the ATVs. Check this one out. It'll just let you kind of see the perspective of me driving with my hands on the steering wheel and all that other jazz. of detail on the tire threads. I mean, how accurate, how clear are these images, right? And keep in mind,
What
outside I had my transitions, so not only was I being able to protect myself from any kind of light sensitivity and UV rays, but I was able to capture the moment at the same time. I mean, this is game changing, y'all.
and the video is so stable. I mean, that's what I was going to say. The biggest difference between a handheld cell phone and the eyewear is that on a handheld cell phone in that ATV, if you were trying to shoot that video, it would be jostling everywhere. Even with a stabilizing feature, it would not be high quality video. Like it would make people nauseous to watch it. But when you watch it there, it is, I mean, it is very, very stable video. It's really, really high quality.
Well, you know, the crazy thing is I show people these videos and they're like, hold on, that came from your glasses? The quality is like HD flavor. I said it is.
Legit, that's what I'm saying. The quality on these glasses are crazy, and then you don't have to worry about my phone. Then you drop it, and now you lost it, and then you
Right.
need someone like, come on, like yeah, it's crazy this quality. Yeah.
100%, Taylor, 100%. I got one more, and then I'll stop boring you. As you can tell, I use these glasses quite a bit. If you look through my view or my app, you can see all these videos that I've recorded. But check this one out. This is my son and I. It was a Father's Sunday. Took him to Frankie's. We played video games. And then we jumped on the go-karts. This was his first time ever riding on a go-kart. So you may hear me speaking to him or trying to, scream loudly over all the noise of the go-kart. But check it out.
Oh, man. Oh, fun, right?
That's
Again,
awesome.
another precious moment. I mean, I love these glasses. It just allows me to capture every second. I'll be honest with you. One of the best things that ever happened in my life was becoming a father. And now that I have something to really capture those moments, it's changed my life. And I love these glasses. I mean, when it comes to these Ray-Ban stories, I mean, they really are truly the first smart glasses that people truly want to wear. I mean, when you look at the fashion aspect, when you look at the ability to have transitions in them, it's a game changer. This has really helped to elevate our profession. And the thing that I love about it is that eye care owns it, right? This is a huge thing. There's a lot of competitors outside of eye care that have this technology. Of course, it's not up to par like the Ray-Ban stories with transitions, but we don't know where they're going to take eye care. At least we have a safe space, a safe company that's looking out for us to make sure that we're able to own this technology and it doesn't go the wrong way. So I definitely want to send a shout out to Transitions Optical and Eslo Exotica for really creating this partnership with Meta because it's game changing.
Well, I think the partnership with Meta has benefits too, just like you were saying with your kids and those precious moments. My kids are a little bit older. They're 15 and 17, but I have one video of my daughter when she was 3 kicking a ball in her living room to her dad back and forth. And every year that pops up on my feed, right, as one of those Facebook memories. And so every year I have this moment where I get to remember, my little 3-year-old girl kicking this ball with her dad and just squealing and just so happy. And you do, I mean, that's part of the advantage to the social media, right? It serves as a little bit of a history for us all. And so those videos remain there and you can go back and, someday when your daughter, who's absolutely adorable, is, 15, you'll look back on that video and it will take on a whole different perspective for you. And it's great to be able to memorialize those over time. And yeah, I think, I mean, there's so many benefits actually, I think, to the product. I mean, first of all, I have a brand as an athlete, and the way that I market my brand is through imagery. How many people are going to stand on the sidelines of a Nordic ski race in Sweden? Maybe several hundred, but that's not going to market me as an athlete the same way that capturing high quality photos, images, videos, and sharing that social content, that's where the return on investment comes from my sponsors, right? So I think that there's a marketing benefit to having high quality images, high quality, digital features. And same thing is true in eye care. Your business is sight, your business is imagery. having those high quality images and being able to help your patients to reproduce that has its own brand value. And I think sometimes we don't focus as much on that with our patients. We're so focused on how well they see. We're not really focused on their experience of how they're interacting with their eyewear and what that reproduction looks like in their daily lives. And that's actually kind of a cool thing that we can now do with Radiant Stories.
Absolutely. And I want to kind of expand on this a little bit more. I mean, as eye care professionals, when do you really find yourself prefer wearing the Ray-Ban Stories with transitions? I mean, I know for me, it's anytime that I'm outdoors just to have that, that light sensitivity protection with the transitions. But again, to be able to capture those precious moments. But also, I love it whenever I travel, especially being in the airport. And especially if with my family, I can record my son doing something for the first time. Being in the airport almost weekly, I am surrounded by all types of different lighting that can cause a lot of light sensitivity, and just having that additional protection there with transitions makes a world of difference. But I know how you're using yours, Becky. I'll be curious to know, Taylor, also, how are you using your transitions, or excuse me, your Ray-Ban Stories with transitions, just in general?
Yeah, I literally I wear them about 5 days a week. I wear them every day. I wear them to work. So I do the first hand first person on how to make glasses. I do put up those posts and whatnot. I want to teach people like making glasses. It's a process, but
Right.
it's a great process, and I'm glad I'm able to share that and be hands free, because I need both of my hands to put the lenses into the cylinder machine so they can do their thing. So it's a lot of hands-on things I got to do at work. So I wear them at work. Anytime I have the baby, of course, it's automatically, as soon as I wake up, I put them on. I take her out of crib. We change. They're constantly on. I don't want to miss a thing. I promise you. And then I'm walking the dogs, going on a run. I'm not as fancy as Becky. I just do little 1 miles here and there too. I'm trying to get back into the workout game. So yeah, I wear them out there, and I love them because I'm always, like I told you guys, I'm always forgetting my sunglasses. And so I don't have to worry about it. They just transition. They get super dark too. It like takes 2 minutes. It get dark. I don't even like notice they transition until they get dark. I'm like, oh yeah, like I got transitions in these, and I just keep going. And yeah, I wear, like I legit, I wear them all the time. I love these things. The quality is crazy. And even in the videos you're showing us, Dr. Glover, like
Yeah.
you just talking, that quality of that audio, just your voice is like you hear
Yeah.
it like clear as day. So I love these things.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing I'm going to say too is like both Taylor and I spend a lot of time on screens. I mean, I spend probably 50-60% of my day on screens. And one of the benefits to transitions is that it's also reducing the amount of blue light that my eyes are absorbing. So it's better for my eye health indoors and outdoors. Yeah, UV protection for me is huge. Probably, 50% of my life is spent outside, but 50% of my life is spent indoors. And I promise you, most of the time when I'm indoors awake, I'm on some kind of screen unless I happen to have a patient in front of me. So, having that blue light protection is just as important for me as the UV protection. And transitions is really, I mean, they afford an optimal amount of blue light reduction so that you get that benefit inside as well as the UV protection outside.
Yeah, I love it. And for those out there that may be unaware of, what this technology is really all about, I'm just going to give you a quick breakdown. I mean, when you look at the technology and innovation behind Ray-Ban Stories, I mean, it's beyond impressive. In my personal opinion, it's unmatched. And for those that are unaware of some of the features, these Ray-Ban Stories with transitions have dual HD cameras for photos and videos, so you'll never miss a moment. They have the voice assistant that lets you capture moments hands free, so you can keep your eyes on the world around you. It has hands-free audio to listen to calls, to music, and your favorite podcast by your favorite optometrist, Defocus Media. How to put that little plug in there, right? But it also comes with a portable charging case. And for those that were watching the video, this case is pretty cool. Not too big, not too bulky. You charge your frames. It's pretty nice and easy to take with you when you travel. And then it also has a companion app that allows the user to edit and enhance content to share to social platforms. Ray-Ban Stories are just amazing. I mean, they're glasses that are available in 3 timeless shapes with 20 frame and lens color combinations. The lens choices include Transition Signature Gen 8, clear, sun, and prescription, you name it. Those options are out there. The one thing that I love that Ray-Ban did is that with these stories, they were able to kind of take a playbook out of transitions, right? They have it come in all different shapes, flavors, colors, and all that other jazz. So it really allows you to find that unique design that truly matches your personality, but most importantly, matches your fly as well. so, so what are you guys wearing right now, if you don't mind? Let's kind of talk about our frames.
Yeah, so I have the classic Wayfarer. I mean, this is a pretty standard, transition style. And I chose mine in the olive, which
We're
I,
twins. We're twins.
yeah,
Same
I
one.
have Transitions Gen 8 in the gray green, the traditional kind of Ray-Ban. When I walk outside, it looks like a Ray-Ban sunglass.
Yep. Nice. And what about you, Taylor?
Yeah, I just have the Wayfarer as well, a new Wayfarer, but no fancy color. I just kept it classic with the black, you know. Um, yeah, I love these things. Now, my next ones I'm gonna get though, I'm looking at the rounds. The
Okay.
rounds look spicy. So
Hey, hey,
I was a
yeah,
little iffy on the rounds, and then I tried them on actually at Transitions
yeah,
Academy, and they
yes,
they do look really good. I wasn't sure I could pull it off, so I was hesitant to order them, but now I feel like I might need an additional set as well because they look sharp. Yeah.
yes.
well, what are your favorite features of these amazing Ray-Ban stories with transitions? What is it that you like the most?
So I should say the optics looking through them. I mean, it's important to know that not only are you shooting high quality video, right? But looking through the lens, you can actually see really well. I do have a pretty good amount of myopia. I'm a little bit higher diopter myope, and I have the Ray-Ban prescription lenses in mine right now, and the clarity is fantastic. I see really well through the lens. And then, yeah, I mean, for me, being able to shoot that video hands free. So, being a cyclist, I try to keep my hands on the bars as much as I can, especially in race settings. And to be able to say, hey, take a picture, hey, take a video, and just have my glasses start shooting those images or those video. That's actually a really really cool feature. I could not capture as much content with a phone or even a mounted camera on my bike as what I can capture with my glasses. So for me, the video and the stills are fantastic. But yeah, I also like that audio feature. Like I said, when I'm out running, I don't like to have earbuds in. I actually don't. I get, especially right now, like Colorado, I'm in Colorado and it's like negative 11 degrees outside. I'm not
Oh my
even kidding.
goodness.
And there's snow and ice all over.
That's
And
why Taylor and I are in North Carolina. We don't do
right.
this weather.
Yeah. And so I'm running sometimes on the road at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I really have to be able to hear street noise. And
Yeah.
that's the great thing. I can put on a podcast or I can put on some music and I can hear it with the Ray-Ban stories, but I can also still hear ambient noise. I can still hear, if someone's coming behind me or if there's a car coming down the street. And that for me is actually like an awesome feature.
Yeah. How about yourself, Taylor?
Yeah, all the things Becky said. I love that they're hands free. And then they just did an update like last week or the week before that, that it's now your Facebook View app is connected to your Spotify. So when I am outside walking the dogs or doing another exercise, so when you can do your volume, but also you can hit next and it'll do your next song in your Spotify. So that's been pretty fun. And then I also love the option where you can, for my next pair that I'm looking at, you can put prescriptions in these. So I do like that they have that option for those that don't wear contacts or they need like something to see, that you do have that option. You can add the Ray-Ban lenses in these and you can see all the time.
Yeah. And it sounds like both of you just love every feature that this Ray-Ban stories with transitions has to offer. And it's okay to say it. I mean, it is cutting edge technology. It's pretty spectacular. For me, I love it all. There's no doubt about it. But where it really stands out to me and where I use it quite a bit, of course, is yes with the kids. So it's the hands-free option. But I really love to use it to listen to podcasts, music when I'm out shopping with my wife. I could just hear everything, and I don't have anything in my ear, so she doesn't think that I'm ignoring her. So I'm just living my best life. It makes life so much easier. So for all my men, all my significant others out there, if that significant other is getting on your nerves, put on your Ray-Ban stories with transitions, press play or say play or whatever it may be, and keep that smile on your face, and your life will be tremendously easier. Trust me, I'm talking from experience, my friends and family out there. But one thing I wanted to touch on that I really love that Becky mentioned is, you know, just being able to see clearly. You know, whether it's your actual vision, that functional piece, or whether it's the actual video. As eye care professionals, it's very important to emphasize the importance of sharp and clear vision. And when you're able to do that with a video, if you're able to do that with lens technology, and when you're able to protect yourself with transitions, you know that's game changing.
Well,
So
that's why our patients come to us, right? They want crisp, clear vision. They want to be able to see their absolute best. And so, to be able to give them that and then give them something extra, that's what separates, my practice from the practice down the street or the practice, next door. What really differentiates, I think, a successful practice is the ability to say, I can not only give you the crispest, clearest, best possible vision, but
yeah,
I can also offer you all these things that go above and beyond that will make your life easier, that will integrate into your daily life. I can improve your day-to-day experience beyond just this very narrow question of, can I get you to 2020?
yeah, I love that. And shout out to Dr. Harbir Sayan. He just said that he loves listening to his music through his Ray-Ban stories. So the thing I love about this is that we're all eye care professionals and we're actually practicing what we preach. In order to make a connection with your patients, you have to practice what you preach. So I really love to, really end this with a conversation around kind of what you were just touching on, Becky. Let's talk about more of the practice management. I mean, how are you communicating with your patients when it comes to Ray-Ban stories with transitions? And are people coming in and asking for it? I mean, what does that dialogue look like in your practices? Taylor, feel free to fire away, and then we can jump into more with Becky if you don't mind.
Oh yeah. Well, shortly after we got these, we did have a couple of patients were coming in looking for them, but I have been actually having to spread the word about them, especially with new parents, even some grandparents, some people of the older generation. It doesn't matter what generation you're part of. I think of it's easy for everybody. But what I did to kind of set us apart in my store is we actually made a demo pair. So I have a pair connected to an iPad where they can try them on. They can shoot some video and camera in the store. We can practice pairing it to the iPad to show them, hey, this is really easy. It takes 10 seconds. I got an Android. It still takes 10 seconds to connect everything and get it up and going. So that's how I've been implementing it. And then recently, ever since the transitions came out in these, that's been a game changer. A lot of people don't like to switch between glasses anymore. They don't want to have to do the sunglass and then, oh wait, where's my other glass? So they
Right.
like to keep everything all in one. And that's it's just a game changer.
Yeah, I love that concept of having an iPad connected with the eyewear, right? We live in a world now where people are used to touching things, and when they go somewhere, they want an experience. So you're really separating yourself from the practice down the street because when a patient comes into your practice, it's not that ordinary experience. Not only do you have innovation, whether it's lens technology like transitions or frames like Ray-Ban stories, but you're actually allowing people to touch things, experience things, and see how it can complement their life or enhance their life at the same time. This is key. This is how you separate yourself with the right products, with the right lens technology, and the right experience when patients walk into your practice. So thanks for sharing that, Taylor. Becky, I know you're what I like to call the OG in the game when it comes to anything eye care related. A lot of people may not realize how successful you've been in your practice and how you came about getting your practice, but I know when it comes to practice management and being able to communicate with patients, you definitely are a star, and this is something that you're passionate about. So I'd love to learn a little bit more about maybe some of your customer feedback, but maybe some pearls in regards to how we as eye care professionals can bring this product into our practice, but elevate our practice at the same time and not let it just sit on the shelf.
Right. I think Taylor kind of touched on this too. This is a product that if you just let it sit on the shelf, that's exactly where it's going to stay. People need to engage with the product and they need to interact with the product. And I actually say the same thing about transitions. I have all of my transitions paired, like different transition mirrors, different transitions colors, paired with different frames so patients can actually touch them, put them under the UV light. And we encourage patients to do that. And I think the other piece is what you said, Dr. Glover. You have to have the staff on board. Everyone in my office has a set of Ray-Ban stories. We gave
Nice.
all of our staff a set of Ray-Ban stories so they could actually engage with the product on their own, because people will talk about what they use. If you don't use, my receptionist sells computer lenses all day long without even trying. I mean, that's not even her job. She's my patient care coordinator. She's supposed to handle the schedule and kind of manage all those pieces of patient communication for us. But she is a sales machine when it comes to computer lenses, because that's what she wears. And the minute she hears somebody talking about computer lenses, she's like, oh my God, I love mine. And
Yeah.
it's the same thing with Ray-Ban stories. The minute my business partner walks a patient out of the exam lane and says, okay, this person might be interested in some Ray-Ban stories. One of my staff members is saying, oh my God, I love mine. Let me tell you why. Let me show you what they do. Let's walk over to the demo. I got myself a set, wore them around the house for a couple of days and was like just kind of playing with them, taking pictures and video. And it took about 15 minutes for my spouse to say, well, where's my set? And he also works in eye care. I was like, well, you can get your own set, right? But I wound up buying him a set because he was so sold on them after watching me. You have to have some kind of engagement and you have to have some kind of enthusiasm. Nobody wants to walk into a retail space where everybody looks like they're having the worst day ever.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to walk into a retail space where it's like a library. People want to come into a social setting where people are having a good time and they're having experiences and they're talking about interesting things. And if you can create that in your practice, you will have a very successful business model.
Amen to
That is the key, right? The key is to find your purpose, pursue your purpose, and be enthusiastic about it. And I guarantee that is the recipe for success and happiness in business and in life. And I am super enthusiastic about Ray-Ban stories. I love transitions lenses. We have a huge pediatric practice. We have a lot of kids with special needs. I do a phenomenal amount of transition lenses. I really believe in that product. And that enthusiasm carries over to my patients. You cannot sell what you don't believe in and what you're just not excited to talk about.
Yeah, yeah. Again, you got to practice what you preach. And when I look at these glasses, Ray-Ban stories or transitions, I really think about second pairs. I think about prescribing per lifestyle. Back in the day, I would have a patient come in and I would sit down and I'll give an example. I always use this example. 40-year-old mom, two kids, want to get out quickly because she has work she needs to do on the computer, and one of her sons has a baseball game. Back in the day, I would say, okay, I know they need computer glasses, blue light protection, maybe give them transitions, extra active because it gives the most blue light protection out there. And they'll be able to function in front of the computer, but also when they go out to the baseball game. Guess what, you guys? Now we got an extra layer to add onto that. With the Ray-Ban stories with transitions, not only will you have, the best lens technology to see clearly and have protection from light sensitivity, but you can also record that precious moment. I mean, just think about that selling piece. You're not even selling, you're just accommodating a lifestyle. When you add that extra piece of being able to record hands free. I mean, this is something that can change your practice. My challenge to my colleagues out there is, are you going to be dinosaurs, or are you going to step your game up and get into the current digital age that we're in? Your patients want it. They just got to know about it. Be the hero in your office. Don't be that person down the street that doesn't talk about technology and sell technology. Step your game up. Clearly, you've heard three different backgrounds from eye care professionals and even other people chiming in that's watching this on video. And we all use these glasses for different things. Yes, that functional piece to see, but now we got that additional layer where you can listen to podcasts, you can watch YouTube videos, you can take pictures, you can record, and you can do it all without your hands. Ray-Ban stories with transitions has changed the game. It is the most wanted wearable lens technology or eyewear smart glass technology out there. Step your game up, colleagues. I'm in love with these. And for all those out there that want to learn more about it, or see some of the conversations, just go to rayban.com/USA and go on social media and hit that hashtag Ray-Ban stories or transition lenses, and you'll be able to follow the stories of some of the folks that are out there. Cutting edge technology, my friend. You guys got to check it out. The one piece that I wanted to end with that I just want to take my hat off to, Ray-Ban and just the whole Eslo Exotica Transitions team is the marketing piece that they have done. They've done some amazing stuff out there with big artists like Burna Boy and just showing the stories and all that other jazz. And the marketing that they do for us is what puts patients in our seats. But we got to be able to make sure that we have the right tools and resources to accommodate their lifestyle. Before we end, I'd love to give both of you maybe one last, pearl or one last thing that you would love to leave everyone out there that is learning more about Ray-Ban stories with transitions. If you could leave with one clinical pearl, whether it's practice management, whether it's something that you love about the technology, what would it be? Again, Taylor, ladies first, so I'm going to go to Becky on this one. What's your last piece of advice that you have for all our colleagues out there?
Well, kind of like what you were saying, don't be the dinosaur. Technology is not going anywhere. And if you are an early adopter and if you embrace it early on, your patients will actually really appreciate that. Nobody wants to find out that there's this cool new product that you didn't try to sell them, right? They want that technology. They want those advances offered to them. And especially younger people, they will really embrace it. I think you have to have it in your office. You have to be willing to talk about it. You shouldn't be hesitant to bring in what's new and different, because again, that's what's going to differentiate you from everyone else out there. There's a lot of noise in the eye care world. There's noise online, there's competitors, there's private practice, there's chains, there's a lot of people in this space. And you have to differentiate yourself by always being one step ahead and getting that innovative product in and really sharing it and knowing how to use it and being available to your patients to talk about it.
I agree 100%. Taylor, take us home, my friend.
Yeah, y'all nailed it right on the head. Hands-free, lightweight. You got options for RX, non-RXable. They come in different styles. You got different colors. You got what is there not to like? You just don't be the last one to not get these. Just get them now. The last one. That's it.
I love it. For all those that are curious of how you can get this into your practice, Ray-Ban stories with transitions, just reach out to your Ray-Ban rep. They will come, they will service you, they will make sure you have everything that you need, and they'll give you all the education. And if you're still a little lost in the sauce, just rewatch this podcast, this video. You can catch it on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, you name it. We're all over the place. But I want to thank you, Becky. I want to thank you, Taylor. I want to thank Transitions Optical again for partnering with Defocus Media. And I want to thank, all the folks behind Ray-Ban Stories with Transitions for bringing this technology to the forefront and providing a frame that looks good, that feels good, with the ability to put amazing lens technology with transitions to really elevate our lifestyles, but to really make us stand out and take eye care to the next level. Thanks again. It's your favorite optometrist, Dr. Daryl Glover. Stay healthy, stay positive, and stay blessed. And until next time, peace. All right, colleagues, and it's a wrap. Thank you dearly for hanging out with the Defocus Media team. We hope truly something resonated with you. And if it did, be sure to give us 5 stars and make sure you follow us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, you named it. And our handle is at Defocus Media on all platforms. And until next time, be sure to keep it 2020, and we look forward to seeing you on